Hello, another video in my series on how to recover our childhood imagination. And what's exciting about today's video is that I'm not just sitting in a hawthorn hedge reminiscent of the one that I sat in when I grew up. I'm going to take you to the actual hedge and also the ash tree where we built tree houses. So I'm going to take you into my child-scape, show you around, and then I want to share a few reflections on the possibilities for imagination when we break out of the inner child. So let's get over there. It's been nearly 40 years since I climbed this tree, this ash tree. It's so long that it's now covered in moss. And there's just to be just waste ground behind us, just grass, and it's a forest now. There's even deer that come down behind the houses in the morning if you're up early enough. I can feel myself swaying around. There used to be a whole gang of us climbing over this tree like locusts. It's good to be back. It's probably an even better place to play than when I was a kid, because we used to play hide and seek in the grass, and now they've got all this decades worth of tree growth to run around in. And yesterday it was good to see there was a couple of kids crashing around in there, banging sticks against tree trunks like I used to do. It's kind of poignant. Takes you back. Here we are in the hedge, the child-scape hedge. It's in a little dip in the ground. There used to be a railway here. In the 50s there was a mine, so the hedgerow, hence the hedgerow along the edge. And we used to build dens here. There was an old door. We used to have a tarpaulin over the top. We used to sit and listen to the rain, sort of cosy, sort of not, but not wanting to go home. Yeah, it's quite lovely being back. It's like a time machine. It's like I've got a body memory of sitting here from back then, when I used to play with the dog back then. Now we've got Millie. It slows things down. It's one way I can put it. It's like I'm just different in the world than when I am in London, when I'm in my head, when I'm thinking, when I'm writing emails. I'm much more in my senses. I'm much, and it's like I'm letting things impinge on me. The breeze, the dappled light, the smells, and I think that sensual impression with the world is what slows you down. Which is why time speeds up when you're an adult, because having less resistance in the world, noticing our senses less, we sort of slip through life over the surface. So it's nice to come here and reconnect and slow down. It's kind of magical. When you were a child and things were difficult, where did you go? What did you do there that helped you, that supported you? That's the question that I'm answering coming here. This is where I used to go. This is what I used to do. This is what supported me. Some people call that the inner child. But for me, the inner child is not inside me. The inner child is not a feeling. The inner child isn't from the past. It's not even inner. It's a way of being that I can recapture as an adult. It's not just for children. And when I let go of the way of thinking that puts imagination inside me, when I release imagination back into the wild, it takes me with it. It takes me out into the world, back into participation with the world around me, with the trees around me, with the rain, with the winds, with the people. It reconnects me to that childhood imagination that dwelt in the forest and built tree houses, climbed trees and played with dogs. Thanks again for watching. Do please subscribe, share, let other people know that I'm hanging around in hedgerows, in imagination, in childhood. And I'll see you next time in the next video. Okay, bye bye.